collectible spot, we are having a look at the brand new Funko Garbage Pail Kids vinyl figures. This is Series 1, and ultimately, while Spot did pick himself up a case, unfortunately when I ordered these on eBay, the seller did not send them as a case. He just put them in a cardboard box. So unfortunately, while I do have the entire case, I don't have it in the very pretty, very nice Garbage Pail Kids box that they would have come in, which would basically have been this color. You know, again, just a smaller box, you know, cube-shaped box. Needless to say, though, we're going to go through the entire case. So again, my title, when I post this online, it'll say Garbage Pail Kids Vinyl Figure Series 1 Case Opening, because that's, again, essentially what we're going to be doing. The front of the package features some really vintage artwork of Garbage Pail Kids. That's really one thing I like so much about this line. It's recommended for ages 17 and up. On the one side is a brief read-up. The GPK, or Garbage Pail Kids figures in this collection, are inspired by the original Garbage Pail Kids collectible sticker cards introduced by Topps in 1985. Combining a spectacular artwork and over-the-top satire, the original sticker series was an inspired collaboration between avant-garde cartoonists and humorists including Art Spiegelman, Mark Newgarden, John Pound, Tom Bunk, Jay Lynch, and others. Topps and Funko invite you, our new generation of GPK fans, to continue to enjoy this pop culture phenomenon. On the back, the characters in this set consist of Atom Bomb, which is probably the most memorable character, the Garbage Pail Kids character that people remember. Dead Ted, New Wave Dave, Leakey Lindsey, TV Stevie, Hot Scott, Nasty Nick, Ghastly Ashley, Bony Tony, Mad Mike, Alligator, and Clark Kent. On the bottom side of the box, you can go to www.funko.com to check out more. So without further ado, let's grab ourselves a knife. Got Hank here. And we're going to cut the plastic. Unfortunately, I got the plastic on all of these. It would be neat if each card box actually came with a thing of gum. Just to kind of, again, a nod to the original series. I'm going to open this up. Inside we are treated to a black bag. We'll just put the box to the side. I'm sure this is going to pile up quickly as I have 12 to go through. Let's cut the first black bag and see which one we got inside. And the first one that we have is Bony Tony. I think they've done a pretty good job of translating a two-dimensional card to a three-dimensional character. Now Bony Tony he's got a little zipper there, he's peeled his face away to reveal the skeleton underneath. He does have posability, mind you, he does have a posable head. Arms do move as well. Here's what he looks like on the back. Good way to start. Bony Tony. Bony Tony. Put him to the side, and let's see who's going to be joining us. Box number 11 or box number 2, depending on if you're counting up or you're counting down. Box number 2 reveals to us. Let me also point out to the fact that the top of the box also looks like it is one of those wax packs, which basically was one of the original cards. They were just wax sealed packs that were folded in on themselves. The top of the box also does a pretty good job of looking just like that. So box number 2. I feel like there's a cape or something here. And we're going to cut the plastic on this, revealing to us Alligator, with fish, I might add, in hand, or in mouth. Heavy piece, too. This one's a lot heavier also than Bony Tony, just because of the extra sculpt in the head. Kind of got like an afro thing going on. Well, they all kind of have the same similar hair because they're all inspired by, of course, Cabbage Patch Dolls. Alligator. Head still moves, despite the fact it's got the additional sculpt. Paint is quite cool on it. Little striped sneakers there. Put Alligator to the side. Stand's actually pretty good too. Box number 3. And peel that off. Yes, I'm just kind of dropping it onto, well, my black hole has gone on vacation. I don't know when it's coming back. It said sometime soon, but who's to believe? Really, at the end of the day, who believes the black hole, right? So in the meantime, I'm just kind of winging it and throwing it on the floor. Next one we have is Hot Scott. I'd love to go back and start. I have some of the later series of Garbage Pail Kids cards, but I'd like to go back and start picking up the original waves. Again, head articulation, the arms move. No leg articulation, no movement from the legs down. Hot Scott. There's the back of him. Tail complete as well. Hot Scott. Put him down there. Theoretically, this is the full case, so I hope that would actually mean I get a full set. Kind of a bummer, kind of a drag that I didn't get the actual box. That would have been nice, but still, it's okay. It's not like they were to know. They didn't know that this guy was going to be opening them and reviewing them on camera for all you people to see. At any rate, let's open up the next bag. This would be bag number 4. Bag number 4 gives us, ew! Kind of doesn't look as grotesque in the picture until you get it out of packaging. Ghastly Ashley. Complete with braces, teeth, glasses. Glasses are not removable. I mean, you could kind of pull it off, but they're glued. I wouldn't mess around with that. A little bow on the back. Maybe you grew up with somebody that looked like this. Guaranteed, though, if they look like this back then, they're probably a supermodel now. High school reunion comes around, public school reunion. I guess there's no such thing. And you see her, and you're like, wow, I don't remember you. You don't? I was in your class? No, I don't remember you at all. I'm basically retelling that episode of Growing Pains. The moral of the story was, hot girl now, this back then. So don't judge people by the way that they look. Because you never know, you'll be one of those guys later on in life, or girls later on in life, kicking yourself. Oh, I should have been nicer. Now they're super successful, supermodels. I was so mean to them back then. Now I feel horrible about it. Next, we have Nasty Nick. One that I remember as well, Nasty Nick. Nasty Nick and Adam Bomb, I think, are the two most memorable Garbage Pail Kids. Maybe you guys can let me know down below. Some interactive segment. Let me know down below what character you remember from Garbage Pail Kids. Doesn't have to be Series 1, it could be later series as well. There's Nasty Nick. Nice paint on him too. Little bloodied fangs. Put him down. We have, well, this is the 7th box. We have 6 boxes left. And this box reveals to us, get the cardboard completely out of the way. I have to say though, again, all the weights on these pieces, they all feel heavy. And this one actually comes with a weapon. Not sure which hand I want to put it in. Maybe I'll put it in that hand. That is actually the hand that he had the hand for. This is Mad Mike. And actually, feeling around in the bag, the reason why I'm feeling around in the bag is I think he actually came with 2 weapons. He came with an axe and he came with a sword. I only see a sword. This is why you don't throw it into... Oh, and actually, you know what? Here I am throwing stuff away. Hot Scott actually came with a little axe. A little axe. He came with a... Here we go. Pitchfork. That's why you pay attention. See, look on the package. At least Alligator still had his accessory in its mouth. Mad Mike, somewhere, I'll find it, don't worry. Somewhere is his axe. I'll have to retrace my steps later and find it. This one's actually quite nice too. Mad Mike. I want to say Max. Mad Mike. Party in the back. Business in the front. It's got a scar going on there too. Not to... I've sounded like a broken record by saying this, but heavy. These pieces do have a good bit of weight to them. They feel solid. Solid as a rock. Dun, 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 dun. That's an 80s reference nobody's going to get. But it's an 80s reference that makes sense because we are opening up Garbage Pail Kids cards, or figures. The next box we have is 2 pieces. See, I almost would have just heaved it. Good thing the black hole wasn't around. This actually has 2 pieces. How that comes to play, I don't know. 2 pieces. Oh, maybe it's Atom Bomb. It is. There's Atom Bomb, at least the head part of it. And the Mushroom Cloud is in a separate bag. I guess because he was so big, he didn't fit the standards of what a conventional box would be. One side is tabbed. You see that? There's like a little ledge. And there's a little notch there. It only goes one way. Only one way, guys. Don't force it. Atom Bomb. And actually, I gotta stop throwing bags away, because Atom Bomb, I think, came with a remote control. Oh, there it is. Aha, there it is. Too quick to throw it away. Too quick. Also comes with a remote control. There's Atom Bomb. This doesn't actually stay in place very well, but I guess once you peg it in, you're not moving it around too much. His head still does move, though. Atom Bomb. Put him right there. He can actually just watch the rest of this review. Now I'm looking at the other ones we got to keep an eye for. TV Stevie will have a remote. New Wave Dave will have a little canister of spray paint. Things to keep an eye for, guys. Don't just willy-nilly. Don't just throw it away. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. Don't pay attention to what you're doing. You're doing what Spot did, just carelessly throwing the box to the side. We have 4 boxes left, counting this one. This one actually would be the 5th. The next bag reveals to us, feels flat. It's TV Stevie. TV Stevie. And TV Stevie has a remote control. Almost threw it out. Almost, not this time. Not on my watch. Also comes with a real remote control. And we can put the remote into his hand. I wonder what's on TV. Probably reruns again. Good piece. Not maybe my favorite, but there's something to be said about TV Stevie. He looks very interesting. I'm going to put him to the side. We're going to just kind of work around these. Okay, so the 4th box. So far, again, so good. Next box reveals to us a black bag with further examination giving us nothing inside. Nope, nothing inside. I don't think she has any accessories. Leakey Lindsey. Ew, Leakey Lindsey. She's leaking all right. She's leaking everywhere. Some would say it's not funny. I would say that. It's not funny. Way to pick 'em, Spot. Oh, that's 2. That's 2 boogie jokes in one sentence. Leakey Lindsey. Just a disaster. I'd say be nice to her in school. Just be nice to her from a distance. Unless you want somebody wiping their nose all over you. I used to know a guy like that in school. I was still nice to him, but nice from a distance. From a distance. The 3rd box, 3rd last box of the new Garbage Pail Kids figures from the folks over at Funko. What do we got now? We've covered most of them. Let's look at them. We still need Dead Ted, New Wave Dave, and Clark Kent. That being said, let's open this and see if we actually had gotten any one of those. And we did. Clark Kent. No accessories. No accessories. Goodbye. This one has some dribble coming out of his mouth. Clark Kent. Of course you can. He's got glasses going on there as well. A cape. Hair's a disaster. Kind of looks like Chucky's hair. Pimples, yes. Perhaps friends with Ghastly Ashley. There's Clark Kent, who apparently does stand not well. We'll revisit these. Don't worry. We'll all look at these when we're finished. The second last box. Take the plastic off and open up the box. Got extra cardboard sticking around. Don't worry, it's not sticking around for long. And we're going to open this up, and inside we have Dead Ted. Misleadingly gray. By virtue of comparing him to the box he looks a little more green, more greenish gray, but Dead Ted is actually more gray. For those zombie fans out there, he's got a worm sticking out of his ear or a hole in the side of his head. Dead Ted. Sorry, what? Articulation? I know, we've covered that before. I'll do it again. Head articulation, arm articulation. Underside says Funko. And that leaves one. That leaves one more. One more. If we've done our math correctly, some of us better than others, inside should be New Wave Dave. And if that's the case, oh, I shouldn't even jinx it, but if that's the case, Spot successfully had gotten all the figures. And despite the fact that I didn't get myself a case, the actual case box, we managed to get one of every piece. So if you get a case, of course, you're going to get yourself the set. And yes, it is correct. There's the spray can. We got ourselves New Wave Dave. With little tiny, look how small. Let me see if I can actually grab it. There's the spray can right there. It's tiny. Put it in his hand though. And there is New Wave Dave. New Wave. I think New Wave, somehow I think New Coke. Not sure. I was a Pepsi guy myself, personally. So let's have a look at these. We'll bring the camera down. We'll kind of just evaluate these together. Okay, so we got New Wave Dave. There he's right there. Stand up New Wave Dave. Got Dead Ted. Dead Ted. This one does not want to stand very well because she's a little top heavy. Leakey Lindsey. Leakey Lindsey does not want to stand. Yes, no, yes, maybe so. I don't know. Atom Bomb stands, at least successfully. Clark Kent. Got TV Stevie. Over here we have Mad Mike. The one we first started with, there is Bony Tony. We'll just put Bony Tony there. And in the front we got Nasty Nick. Over here we got Scott, pardon my hairy arm. We got Scott, Hot Scott. At the back, we've got Ghastly Ashley. And behind him, Alligator. Despite having to hold this one, we managed to collect all of them. We did it together. You, me, and Billy Makes 3. We collected all of them together. A pretty nice collection of figures, I must say. Certainly speaking from somebody who's trying to get Lindsey to stand. Oh, she does not want to stand. If I turn her head, no, she doesn't. Okay, she'll just lay down. Everybody will basically, she'll be taking nap time. Everybody will be standing around her. Speaking from somebody who is such a huge fan of Garbage Pail Kids growing up, and certainly even to this day, this is a collection I definitely wanted to pick up. These are currently available, so if you guys are interested in picking these up for yourself, you can go to your local comic book store. And again, Spot says support your local comic book stores. You can get really cool items like this. Today's collectible spot there's the box. Today we're having a look at the Funko Garbage Pail Kids, or GPK, Series 1 vinyl figures. I hope these do well enough that Funko will release future series, and we can get some of our fan favorites released in figure form. Oh, and there she goes. Certainly stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. This one does not want to stand. Okay, there we go. Certainly stay tuned, guys. Again, Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. Oh, she's so gross. I'll see you guys next time.